Okay, so we are live. Welcome, David. I have my friend David Kubes with me.
Hi,
Hi,
Laura. How
David.
are you?
I'm awesome, thank you. So we're going to wait a few minutes just before we get started with what we're coming on to talk about, because we have live translators. We just need to give them a minute to find us. So in the meantime, perhaps you can tell us what you've been doing today, David.
Well, I was doing a bars class today, a very last minute organization of a 1 day class. And look, my participants are still here, just recovering.
Oh, that's so
A
cool.
whole bunch
And
of happy people
and
being super
whereabouts in the
relaxed.
world are you?
I'm in Vienna. I'm actually home. I'm in my apartment. And I thought it would be a nice Sunday activity to have a bars class after these 2.5 years of lockdown. It's time to have people out and touch bodies again.
Oh, that's so awesome. I wish I was there in person with you.
I think I'll do more of them now because it was really fun. I like.
Oh, that's so cool. So we have some people on and joining us, which is awesome. So I think we can get started.
Okay,
So
anytime I'm ready.
yeah, so if you've just jumped on, this is Ask David. Welcome back, David Kubis.
Hello,
And
hello everyone. Thank you for joining. And actually,
and
I can see the comments here now.
yeah,
Good.
which is great. So we have Spanish translation, which is awesome. I've just seen Andres put that in the chat, and a
And
few
a few
other
people from
languages.
India. Hello, Priyanka. Hey, we're from
Exactly.
Turkey. Hi to Istanbul. It's like in the Eurovision Song Contest, giving points to countries.
Exactly. But David, we're here to talk about women in business.
Yes, we are.
And we actually threw this question out. We had a bunch of people sending in questions about this, and we have somebody joining us live very shortly. But perhaps you can start by talking a little bit about some of the misconceptions or points of view that I get a lot of women actually have as well about women in business, that maybe if they change that would actually contribute and empower them.
Well, I just saw people jumping on from Chile, from Kuwait. Oh my God, this is awesome. We have people here from India and from Istanbul. And my question to you, women out there in the world, how many lies have you bought from your religion, from your government, and from your social ambience on how a woman should be in business, or what a woman should actually be allowed to do in business? It is actually not long ago that women weren't allowed to do business, women weren't allowed to run businesses, women even weren't allowed to vote. Okay. And it's still probably when you're really young, when you're one of those millennials, you probably can't remember or don't really know anymore. But it's actually brand new that everybody is legally allowed to do everything. So the points of view that are culturally impelled upon us, what does culture tell us about women in business? What does our culture, our politics, our systems um, be around women in business? All this is limitation, but there's one good thing. It's all a lie, okay? It's all bullshit. It doesn't apply to you anymore. The world since 2012 has changed dramatically, okay? And my point of view is it's actually time to move on and get over history and over past. And what can all the women around the world choose and be today to embrace the brilliance they truly are in business, no matter where you live, no matter in what system you live, no matter what culture you are, what religious background you have, you all have choice. And the first choice you can make to actually stop being sad of what was going on in the past. Okay, if you keep giving the past power over your present and future, you cannot move on. Okay, it will always be a very hard and stony road if you allow the past to be part of your present and your future. So invitation number one is, everything that was until today, just leave it where it was, leave it in the past and move on. You can change your point of view today, and you can change how you be in business today, especially as woman, because there's one thing I know: women have way more flexibility than men. This is not a judgment, this is an awareness.
And that's a really awesome start. Thank you so much, because that actually covers quite a few of the questions that we got sent in from especially women in Arabic countries and India, where they have a lot of the restrictions, or what they get as restrictions around what they can be because of the projections of what women,
Yes, so especially the women in their Arab world. Okay, I remember not long ago, it was like 3 or 4 years ago, women in Saudi Arabia weren't even allowed to have a driver's license and drive a car. And look where we are today. Okay, some of those changes, especially in these very controlled countries and governments, may take a little time, but they're not impossible. Okay, when you want to change a point of view, that change doesn't have to occur everywhere around the world tomorrow, but you can plant the seed for a different future. And this is what's required now all over the world. You have to plant a seed and let the new world, the new way of being, slowly grow. Okay, look at nature, look at some plants. There are some plants that really grow fast, but some take a little longer. So don't make the time too relevant. Acknowledge how much change you have already created, especially the women in the Arabic countries. What you have created in the last 5 years, it's a miracle. So acknowledge that, be grateful for that, and ask, so what else is possible now? And what else can we change? What else can we create? Not look at where are we still restricted. Look at what have we already achieved and ask for more of that to show up. So take a look from the bright side, because you girls have done miracles.
That is so true. Yeah, absolutely. So I would love just to ask you a couple of the questions that were sent in. We had a bunch of questions which were awesome. So Rachel from the UK is asking, what questions can I ask to be generative when money seems to be up for many people right now?
Well, money seems to be out. You worded that very well. It seems to be out, because it isn't. Okay, we are going into what's called a recession area. This is where most of the millionaires were created over the last hundreds of years. Every time the economy goes down, only those who buy the lie that it really goes down will lose and make less money. Now is the time to be creative, and now is the time not to buy in mainstream limitations. Just don't buy it. Every time you read the news, every time you watch TV, just don't buy it for real. It's wow, that applies to many people, but it doesn't apply to me. I'm not buying into it. And keep going, keep moving, and please don't allow yourself to be distracted from some kind of, let's call it, short-term cash flow issues. Okay, the only thing you can be short of in these times is a little of the cash flow, but your creativity is unstoppable, irrespective of the economy or whether it goes up and down. Okay, don't buy that lie. Creativity has no office hours, and creativity doesn't buy the lies of news and TV.
Oh. So thank you for that. So excuse me, Adriana from Venezuela, she sent her question in Spanish, actually, so I Google translated it, so I hope I got it right.
God,
I know, it's a very short question. How to get out of the comfort zone. Can you talk a little bit about money and comfort zone and what that is? And
well, a comfort zone is how you create your life where you feel comfortable. Okay, you have no conflict, you don't have to fight for anything, you don't lack anything, everything more or less works. And then there is you who always wants more and excitement and creativity and creation. To get yourself out of the comfort zone, don't push yourself out. Just be aware it's not wrong to ask for more. Okay, don't be afraid of to lose what you already have, because if you go out of the comfort zone, new things will show up. Just trust that you will be able to handle no matter what shows up, and take it step by step. Okay, go a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, make it a little bit uncomfortable, and then wait until this is the new normal, and then again a little bit more comfortable, and then wait until this is comfortable. Do a little bit here, a little bit there, and this is how you will just enlarge your comfort zone. Until one day you might find out that a comfort zone is not required anymore because you know you can handle no matter what shows up in your life.
Awesome, thank you. So before we go to our live guest, I just want to ask one more question from a
Yes.
lady from Romania. I think her name is Iliora. I hope I've pronounced your name properly. What tools could I use to get out of the needless and function from abundance and wealth? Can you talk a
Well,
little bit about need and needlessness?
yes, need and needlessness. Okay. If you need something from the neediness, you think you can't have it without it. Okay. You make it a condition to be happy. But if you function from needless, you don't need it, but you still desire it and would like to have it. The difference is I need this, otherwise I am not. Otherwise, I'm not a success. Otherwise, I'm not this. Otherwise, I'm not. You make it a condition. The other need from the needless is, oh my God, that looks beautiful. Oh my God, that would be cool. I'll have that. You don't need it now. You don't need it tomorrow. You just say, wow, that will be cool to have. And then you leave the space open. That's the needless, okay? You would love to have it, you're willing to receive it, but you don't force it into existence. And you know you can survive and live without it, but still it would be nice to have. Practice that. I'll have that instead of I need that. Practice that for 3 days and you'll exactly get what I mean.
That's so cool. Thank you. And I'm just looking in the chat. There's a question from Daphne. What tools can we use when we are so close to have our lovely job and it is postponed? When I said, universe, I will have that. I adore it. It is postponed for the next month. Help.
But just be a little patient. Hey, come on. The job is there. You are ready. Why not just be patient for another month and don't do positive judgment with this job, okay? You know how you judge. Judgment is always negative. But if you go, oh my God, this is the best job I ever had. This is my one-off chance. I wouldn't go, okay, interesting. Maybe something even better shows up while I wait, because the job should be happy that you get to work there, not you that you have the job. You are the valuable product. So you might want to ask for something even better, greater, and more lovely to show up and then see what that choice creates.
And thank you so much for saying that, because actually that just happened with me in my house. I was about to sell it and it fell through, and I thought I'd found the most beautiful house. And actually, I spoke to you about it and you said, well, what if it's, there's something even greater than that you didn't even know was possible. So I'm asking for that too. So
oh yes, join Daphne. You'll see, oh my God, I lost my opportunity club, and just ask for more, okay? And then when you have the way greater job, the way better house, then you will have a good laugh about yourself and go, oh my God, I was so stupid. I'm so glad I didn't get this job. I'm so glad I didn't buy this house, because now, oh my God, wait for that moment. Okay.
Yeah, because actually, when you look back, you always end up saying, "Gosh, if only I'd known I wouldn't have put myself through all that pain and suffering. I could have just been a little bit more patient, and something even greater shows up."
And keep asking for more, okay? Keep being in question. Don't make this the ultimate and the best, because the best is always something new, okay?
Thank you. So, David, I want to welcome our live guest who's going to be asking her question. It's Catalina, and I think she's from Switzerland.
Hello, Catalina. How are you? Welcome.
Hi, David. Hi, Laura. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm indeed from Switzerland, originally from Spain, but
what part of Switzerland? The Italian, the German, the French?
French, Geneva.
French. Wonderful. So what's your question, Catalina?
So my question was, as an entrepreneur, I'm sometimes a bit stuck between two flows. Like, I don't want to be pushy and needy, but I'm like, if my business is showing and the universe is showing very, very obvious blocks in many directions, should I keep pushing or should I let it go?
Well, how about not pushing, not letting go? How about asking a question?
I am asking questions, so maybe I'm just lacking some patience to see what.
What are the can I ask you? What is the question that you ask? So you notice something doesn't work. You notice something needs to change. What are the questions that you ask?
So basically, I'm very concerned because I'm owing more than €100,000 entrepreneur loan. So basically, I'm asking the universe, what are you trying to show me here? Universe, what else is possible? And also, I'm asking,
so why do you want the universe to show you why you have debt? How about the question? So what would it take to pay this off with total ease in a very short time? And what if a business loan wasn't relevant?
I like that last one. What if this? I give so much signification to this business loan.
I really don't want to offend you, but you're concerned about €100,000 business loan. Are you fucking kidding me? That's nothing. It's nothing. That's just nothing. Okay. Keep going and ask, okay, what would it take to have 10 times more revenue this year to pay off this fucking loan with ease, joy, and glory? And what would it take to have a €1 million business loan and not care because you know you make 10 million? Okay.
Right.
To think a little bigger, my dear. Don't stuck yourself because of €100,000 business loan.
So actually, I've noticed some changes since I've decided to not give any worries and power to these fear feelings. And something showed up very recently and interestingly. I give you an example. So someone just give me a contact who might actually be making me a return on investment 4 times bigger than my investment.
Oh, really? So you mean it worked? You stop fearing and suddenly more business shows up? And please, this is something very typical for women in business, okay? You think you have to take care of everything, okay? Your business is not your child, okay? You don't have to breastfeed it. You have to run it and lead it, okay? So take the lead and acknowledge that fear is a distractor implant. You are not fearing anything. Fear is the exact same sensation as being excited. So how excited are you of expanding your business and adding business and being way more of that? You're not in fear. You're actually excited to have more of all of that. So don't buy the lie that you fear. You're just excited, and you buy the lie that you have to be very careful. No, you don't. Keep going. Be creative. Especially as a woman, if you look for a consultant, okay, you need a strong one. You need someone who knows what they are doing. You need someone who is a leader. This is the person you trust. This is the person you want on board. So be that. This is what makes you attractive to other businesses. This is what brings you more business. You knowing who you are and being the fearless woman you truly are.
I actually think that a lot of mistakes that cost me a lot of money and put me in the situation I'm now is I was confused between opportunity and possibilities, and I was like,
first of all, you didn't make mistakes that cost you a lot of money. You just gained quite a lot of awareness, and this is why you are who you are now. And your life is not over yet. So stop complaining and analyzing. Get to work and change the world, okay?
Right.
There's one direction. It's full on forward, okay? So
Right.
every mistakes you made, who cares? You're still alive. You obviously can still afford a camera, a phone, some internet. So you cannot be that fucked up. And knowing that you just have €100,000 business loan, it's just nothing, okay? So move on. Go into the millions, add some zeros to all your numbers, and then let's have a chat.
Thank you.
I love it.
I love it.
You know, expand everything. Go for more. You can do that. And don't be afraid. Use your awareness, use your intuition, and function from question. Okay. And the questions that I wanted to give you before, the questions that will help everyone running a business, you as a woman are so aware. You know exactly where things need to shift, but don't control it. Be the question. So, what needs to change here? What do I need to change and what is required? And ask the business, okay, What needs to be changed? Where is my attention required? And will this make me more money? Please include money and more money in all these questions. Will this change increase my revenue? What needs to change here? Is it now or is it later? Be on top of everything in your business, but be in question. Always look forward. And whenever you make a choice that costs you money, the question is, okay, what would it take to make twice as much money as I just lost with total ease, joy, and glory, and then get to work and move on?
That's right. Thank you.
Try that. Thank you, Catalina.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, Catalina.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna send you backstage now. So David, thank you so much for answering some of these questions. Before we go, I just wanted to introduce a new program that you'll get, a new series, which is Tool of the Day.
Oh yes,
new exactly, because it's actually I'm very excited about it because it's going to be a series of very quick Zooms. We're going to invite you to join David on a Zoom for about 30 minutes, just really talking about or looking at one particular subject. So a little bit like this, but sort of taking it one step further. And we've got a couple coming up. So the first one is, the one that a lot of us say a lot is, shit, I can't afford this.
Oh, yes.
How many times do you hear yourself saying that, right? And then it's like, well, what would you suggest with that? So,
well, a lot,
yeah.
but I'm not going there now.
No, we're not going to. We're just inviting you to it. So I'm just going to add, hold on, just so that you can, okay, so if you want to find out more about it or join David, it's actually on the 29th of June at 7 p.m. It is 21.50 euros to join to join each of these.
You want to know why? Because I hate 19.99. It's just so cheap.
Exactly. David loves to be different.
21.50.
Exactly. So you have that one coming up, and then also on July the 5th, you have another one which is for people creating classes. Facilitating, and you hear people say, "I want more people in my class." Yeah, there are tools. There's a tool. There are tools. There are questions that you. Exactly.
How do I do this? Well, there are tools available. You could just use them.
Exactly. So if that sounds interesting to you out there, please do join us for one or both of those calls. They'll be on Zoom, and you'll be able to ask David your questions for both of those.
And if you have no plans for next weekend, I'm actually really excited because I'm going to the castle in Italy, Castello di Castelbargone, and I will be facilitating a 2.5-day Right Riches for You class where all about money will be discussed and shared and changed. And I'm co-facilitating this class with Shannon O'Hara. The first time that we co-facilitate a 2.5-day class. So I'm very excited for that. If you out there want to change your point of view about money, your financial reality, you can come live to the castle, but you need to be quick because we have a limited participants because the ballroom is not that big, but you can join online. Online participants is unlimited. So if you want 2.5 amazing days with me and the incredible Shannon O'Hara, that would be your next choice to change your financial reality.
And you can find out
for women and for men, okay?
Exactly. So you can go and find more information about that at drdavidkubes.com and find out everything that David's up to and more as well. Thank you so much, David, for joining me and this, and everyone that has joined us with your questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you all over the world, to all directions and all dimensions, and I see you around the world somewhere. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, translators. Thank you.